Hi Year 3, good morning. Hope you've had a lovely weekend and it's not long until we're in school now, so only another 3 days and then we should hopefully be seeing you on the Thursday. So today's learning is for your Key Stage 2 Comprehension, the Year 3 booklet, and we are on pages 12 and 13 and we're going to look at some poems again today. And this one's called Daddy Fell Into the Pond. Now it's a very funny poem this is, and I'm going to read it to you as well. Okay, I hope you're ready. Make sure you're sitting comfortably. Everyone grumbled. The sky was grey. We had nothing to do and nothing to say. We were nearing the end of a dismal day, and there seemed to be nothing beyond. Then Daddy fell into the pond, and everyone's face grew merry and bright, and Timothy danced for sheer delight. Give me the camera, quick, oh quick, he's crawling out of the duckweed. Click. Then the gardener suddenly slapped his knee and doubled up, shaking silently. And the ducks all quacked as if they were daft, and it sounded as if the old drake laughed. Oh, there wasn't a thing that didn't respond when Daddy fell into the pond. How funny is that? And it's by Alfred Noyes. Now, I don't know whether you noticed, but I noticed that this poem rhymes. It's got lots of rhyming words. Remember, they are words that sound like other words. So if we had, man rhymes with pan. It sounds the same, and sometimes they end the same as well, the words do. And if you notice at the bottom, we have a glossary. So it says Drake, male duck, and no, it's not Drake the rapper. It is Drake the male duck, and if you notice it says Drake in our poem here, and it just tells you what that means, because sometimes we don't know what the words mean. Right, so let's look at some of our questions for today. So question 1, do you think the people are enjoying themselves? In lines 1 and 4, so I know that these numbers mean the lines, so there's 5, so I know that 1 to 4 is before 5. So do you think the people are enjoying themselves? I would look at some of the vocabulary in your first paragraph, and I know that I can spot grumbled, so everyone's grumbling. The end of a dismal day, so we know dismal day was when it's a bit rainy outside, a bit like today. Okay, it's not a very nice day. So how do you think they are enjoying themselves? Okay, so question 2. Why do you think the word nothing is repeated in line 2? So let's have a look at line 2. Repeated means that it's said 2 or more times. So we had nothing to do and nothing to say. Now I know if a word's repeated, sometimes it means you're putting emphasis on that word. And emphasis means that you really want to get that word stuck in people's heads. So if you're the author, if you're the one who wrote this poem, you would want that to stick in the reader's head. So why do you think the author may have said it twice? There was nothing to do and nothing to say. Number 3, why do you think the poet put then in capital letters? So remember, capital letters mean your uppercase letters, the bigger letters. And on a separate line in line 5. So there's line 5 and I can see then in capital letters. Now, if you put something in capital letters, it's a little bit like an exclamation mark. It means that you want to give it some emphasis. So there's that word again, emphasis. So why is he put then in capitals? What am I doing when I say then? Then. Question 4. What does click in line 11 refer to? So let's find line 11. Oh, it's there just after 10. Click. Now I know if I've read this paragraph of writing in my poem, there's something that somebody gets out. I'm not going to tell you because I want you to read it, but I'll give you a clue. Crawling out of the duckweed, click. Okay, so what does it refer to? What does it mean? Okay, what's making that sound? Number 5, how do you think the gardener felt when Daddy fell into the pond? And how can you tell? Now I know if that was my daddy in the poem and my daddy fell into the pond, I think I would laugh a little bit. Probably help him, but I would laugh a lot. I'd find it hilarious. But how do you think the gardener felt? So you've got to see where it probably says gardener for a big clue. Well, let's see. It says gardener on line 12. Then the gardener suddenly slapped his knee and doubled up, shaking silently, and the ducks all quacked as if they were daft. Okay, and the old drake laughed. So what kind of vibe do you get from that paragraph? Is he happy that Daddy fell in the pond? Or is he sad? Does he feel sorry for Daddy? You'll have to read that paragraph and find out how the gardener felt. Question 6. Which two words does the poet use to rhyme with pond? Now I know that rhyme means, like I said earlier in the video, it means it sounds like the same. So man sounds like pan. So let's, probably the first thing you would want to do is find the word pond in your poem and underline it with your pen or your pencil. So I know the pond is here in the first paragraph on line 6. Let me see. Oh, and it's on the very last line as well. Now I'd probably look for rhyming words that are close to these two ponds, because I know in a poem that the rhyming words are usually on the lines that are close by. So let's have a look, read the first paragraph. Oh, I found the word that rhymes with pond. It ends the same with your O-N-D. Have I found it in my last paragraph? Oh, I found another word. Miss Morgan's found here 2 rhyming words. Then just write your 2 rhyming words there. Number 7, your last question of the booklet says, describe how you think you would react if you saw someone fall into a pond. Now I've already told you how I would react. I'd find it quite funny. I'd help them first, then I'd laugh quite a lot. And I'd probably take a photo of the aftermath if they got mud all over them as well. So today's learning is actually quite fun, okay? If you would like an extra challenge today, what I would like you to do is to write me a poem, but it's got to be a funny poem. So think, we wrote a poem, if you remember, on Poetry Day about students flying into bins, jumping in swimming pools, finding goats in trees. It can be a silly poem, a nonsense poem, but include some rhyming words in there for me. And then I'd love to see some of them emailed to our Year 3 email address. Okay, so enjoy your learning today, and I'll see you tomorrow for your next learning. Bye.